Hello, I'm at Burning Man 2022. Check it out. It's got all muddy and stuff.
What year is it?
2022. Is it? Sorry, correction, 2023. I might voice dub that over. Good morning. So anyways, that's one of my previous bikes I made for a friend, and we decided, with the help of the famous Chris Woolard, art car designer, fabricator extraordinaire, famous on TV. He hates this shit. Anyways, I'm gonna build an art car. I ordered metal. This is the first video. Don't like and don't subscribe because I don't know if I'll ever get it done. So I made it to Lucon Metal. It's about a 2-hour drive. They cut me a bunch of metal, like 1,847 pounds worth. Oh boy. So I'm back in Petawawa, 2 hours drive to get the steel back. I noticed some weird metrics going on when I was thinking about it. The steel weighs almost, that little bit of steel, I'm trying to get your profile here. This little bit of stainless steel weighs almost 3 times what the trailer does, and it's worth almost 2 times what the trailer is. The trailer's all nice and stuff, and everything else is, you know, go. What the heck? Oh yeah, that's a problem. I can't start the art car until I finish this sphere, which is supposed to be just a work for the town. I'm going to donate to the town. But anyways, I should probably cut to a montage of how it got to this state, and that'll kind of tell you what's going to happen with that stuff. Picked up my metal at Lucon in Ottawa, and I gotta say, it's usually how it works. For $2,600, it doesn't look like much. Scale. It's gonna be big. That's just 3 pieces. It's going together really well. It's going together okay. It's a little bit unruly. The pieces are bigger than I'm used to. I had to move it to the ground just for room to weld it all. This is it at about 56%. And Stella's is doing the inspection. This is my next sphere. Try to give you a scale here. It's gonna be about 4.5 feet in diameter, and it's supposed to be an art piece, but turns out it might be a corporate art piece. Remember Fight Club? Just welded that seam. This is the process for moving it to the next seam. Now I'm gonna get that one.
Here we go. Petawawa's biggest nerd is going to take his soccer ball to the front now.
Okay, so I figure the 3 of us, we'll just try. We don't have to do this lift if it doesn't work out. Okay. The 3 of us just kind of lift and try to get it up high. 1, 2.
How heavy is it?
100.
It's pretty heavy, Sean. I think it's too heavy.
Okay.
I think we got it.
Press higher.
Oh, okay.
Everyone got an angle?
You're all right there?
Who's going first?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
This is a bad idea.
I know it is. That's what I'm trying to say.
You guys hear nothing over there?
I'm good.
This is a bad idea. Doesn't that sound good?
Just watch the truck to the.
Just watch your own trip, guys.
I'm clear on the truck here.
Okay. Now,
You can put it down here if you want. If you want to put it down here, and then we can put it on skids. How's that?
Yeah, start to lower, gentlemen.
Instead of kill yourselves, you know?
All right, you don't have to be nice to it. It's like a baseball, it's pretty tough.
There.
All right, thank you.
So what are you using this for?
It's,
So I see you got, is this?
So right now we're pressurizing to 10 psi, which doesn't sound like much, but if you take the square inches of this hexagon, it works out to over 3,000 pounds of force. So you see how some of these are concave, and I expected like 1.5, 2, 3 psi of them to start popping out, but we don't want to go much past that.
When do you think that gauge will start to move?
Thanks for the input, Greg.
Okay,
So,
grab
throw some more in.
No!
What? Let's, yeah. We could pop some more. Don't be an answer.
No.
Okay. Nothing stopping you from Syracuse, eh?
Put it over there. Get away from my truck.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't trust you. You're not smart enough to know it, ain't you?
I'm doing this right. We increase the feed pressure. It's a large volume of air, right? That's it? You don't want to go no more? See the pressure. See, it's not even on the Richter scale. We'll find.
No, I wouldn't, Sean.
It's a 30 psi in feed. What are you doing over there? I think we're still good. I think we got. Oh, Jesus. It does leak pretty good at the fittings, but that was kind of to be expected. Get close. Get in there with it. Okay, let's see how it goes. So right now I'm filling it with water just because I can't wait. I learned that when I use the pressure spare fitting and I timed it with that 5-gallon pail, it can flow through the machine, just using the machine basically as glorified fitting, so I don't have to hold the garden hose over it. Because at the current rate and this rate, which is the same, it takes about 3.5 hours to fill up. And when it's all done, it'll weigh just over 3,000 pounds. That's why we got it chocked with some wood pieces. All right, see you, dear. All right, I can't help myself. It's under city pressure right now, filling up around 80 psi for pedal volume. And I've got my finger on the hole because I want to. It's building just pressure by the pressure increases by the air that the water going in displaces. So there's a little bit of pressure. I'll see if you can hear it. If it's been 5 minutes, there should be about 7 gallons of water put in, displacing that much air. So it should have a bit of pressure. Still pushing. There it goes. Okay, the first one just went. I just about jumped out of my skin. It sounds like a big gong, like goes whang. So if one goes, others will follow. That's been the pattern. Yeah, a lot of them are. Did you hear that one? If I gain 1 psi internally on the 309 square inches, that's 309 pounds pushing out right there. So like, how could they resist? What if it goes to 2 psi? That's, you know, over 600 pounds pushing that right out. It has to give. It has to yield to the pressure. With town water, which is 80 psi. So I've been running the math in my head. It's 80 times 300 pounds pushing out. So it's like 3,000, 3 times 8. I don't know, it's like 24,000 pounds. It's something ridiculous that it's going to be pushing out just on municipal pressure water, which around here is about 80, I've been told. There's just over 3,000 pounds of water in it, and when it's formed spherical or in its current shape, will that weight cause it to dent? Will it collapse under its own mass, or is it something that I won't see until it depressurizes, and then it's not pushing on the walls, and it does collapse under, or partially collapse under its own weight? I don't know. I hope not. The other sphere, most times they go concave, and I don't know if it has to do with the heat shrinking, but I don't understand why the panel would decide to go concave instead of convex. Like, it's got to go some way, but they seem to generally go concave, which I don't understand why. Oh, this is when I was first starting to weld it. Jesus. I'm not jumping as much. That's good, I think. False sense of security. Yeah. All right, you're ready when you're ready.
It smells like boat water.
That one caught on one on film. Some of them will be shrinking back.
Yeah.
That's it. I gave it a good soapy wash today. So not roasting. I'm glad I did after watching that.
Absolutely.
Chris is helping with transportation. He just got these fresh 20s on his truck. We're gonna drive through town. We may or may not get looks. We'll see. So instead of moving the sphere back there for touch-up welds, I just moved the machine. So here now, a couple things. This is the worst culprit. It was the terrible weld. I knew it was bad. I was like, screw it, we'll see what it does. Well, what it did was it ripped open and was hemorrhaging water. If you can see that nasty crack in there. But anyways, I've got this little piece I'm gonna lap weld on. Hopefully that'll get it through the final expansion process. You can see the corners. See how they stick out? Also got these copper crush washers. Was losing a significant amount of water through these fittings. Hopefully I can crush that down and I'll lose a lot less, just enough to get the process done. Now, if I were serious, I'd put a conical seat in this nut and a conical, whatever the opposite of a seat is, on the bolt, so it made up kind of like an AN fitting. But here we go. We're going copper. Just get us through the stage and we'll go from there. So I got it to the shop today, re-welded it. It's back in the yard, filling it. It's got the copper wash on this. It's plugged for fun. It's probably due. I don't know why that doesn't get old. But anyways, let's see if we can get it inflated. All right, I got it purged. I can hear water traveling through the pressure sprayer. I don't see any water coming out so far. Like it's wet from the filling process. Could be wrong. Patch seems to be holding. But turn this machine on. And why is, see that little bump right there? And this one here, and then basically every meeting of the, what do they call those, vertices? Anyways, so I've got to stretch the whole thing to take that out. And you think, well, you can't make the whole thing that big, like that proud, but it's like pulling a wrinkle out of a sheet on a bed. Once you pull here, it should take from there. Fingers crossed. Apologies to my neighbors. Okay, pressure should build fast. Still zeroed right out. Oh, we do have some water coming from there. I gotta be careful not to touch it if it decides to rupture. Oh, we got a customer right here. But that's not pushing out at 1.2 gallons per minute. So far we're still good. But I'm gonna give it a little more space because all this scares me. We got another customer here and a decent one over here. Okay, is it me or are those things already going down? Like I think they're already going down. So, okay, this is scary. Oh, leaks are growing. Still that pressure is on 0. Or is it? No, it's right on 0. It's like, what the heck? I feel like it's more spherical now. It's probably placebo. Five minutes in. Those peaks they're obviously down. This is working. This is working. Just how long do I push it? Like, at what point do I get greedy? Am I just being greedy and wanting more? Definitely still inflating. See, I showed you these ones for reference. It's gone way down. Still the last little holdouts. I might have to grind the weld off and just tap them with a hammer, just to push them down in. I'm not convinced this is the best shape for this. I know it seems like everyone everywhere else, Colin Furs and everyone in Asia, they're doing it in full sheets instead of this hedron shape. But like all other humans, I'm a creature of habit. I looks like it's reached it. Oh yeah, it's starting to sting when I touch it. I don't know if we're going to get much more out of it because of this guy here. That hurt. So that residual pressure is either from trapped air, and I don't think there's trapped air, and I don't think there's very much, or just the metal returning to its elastin shape after being in its plastic shaped, like it's plastic shaping, but then it comes back when you stretch it, kind of like when you bend a pipe, it get a little bit of that bounce back. Got the compressor on and it's repressurizing. This is how we drain it. that long straw. Expect it to, I don't know if it'll, I've been told it now looks like art. One interesting quirk about it is that it likes to roll, which is kind of obvious. Just likes rolling. You know you're in trouble when you are trying to unload it and wipe it down, and it's taking all morning, and you're like, did I bite off too much to chew? Is my phone gonna fall? Didn't break. Yeah, anyways. It's always shocking when I see just how little material that comes out to. See how thick that is? 12 of these, 20 of these, and that gives me a 7'8" diameter sphere. So I need an outro for part one of the video, my face. It's because I was buttoning up little BS projects like this icosahedron, put a polish on it, or as best as I can polish it. Yeah, anyways, so I'm getting everything finished, getting everything done so that I can move on to vaporizing cash and building stuff and spending time away from my family so I can build this art car. So I'm going to call it here. I hope to make more videos in the future, especially when the rubber starts to meet the road and actually get some things done. But yeah, I'll bring this sucker in and polish it up and go from there.